What is the worst thing you've ever seen or heard in a game of truth or dare? NSFW. A coworker confessed to masturbating in the back room of our grocery store with a cucumber that he hollowed out and microwaved. Be right back. How was it? Warm and cucumbery, and the crow's feet on your penis are gone too. Goddamn crow's feet. I watched a guy eat 2 empty large pizza boxes. The entire room was quiet the whole time until he was halfway through the second box and someone said, "Please stop this," and he growled and finished the box. It was incredibly uncomfortable. I was very sad for some reason, even though I did not have to eat the pizza boxes. This is one of the funniest things I've ever read. I can just imagine the somber atmosphere and the crowd screaming, "Stop torturing yourself." But he just keeps eating, and just keeps eating, to defend his honor. He can see the room growing silent. Remorse for accepting the deed overcomes him as someone begs him to stop, then with one great second wind wolves down the rest of the box and stares around to his peers, horrified of what he has become. What kind of porn do you watch? The gay kind. That's how he came out to us. There stood an ancient garden gnome in the garden. Throughout the year, whenever any of us were too lazy to trek to the distant toilet, we would take a leak on the gnome instead. Over several months of almost daily showers, plus more than a few unplanned vomiting incidents, the poor ornament had become unnaturally discolored. A guest who was unaware of this situation came to visit. He had to lick the piss gnome. Edit: judging by my inbox, a lot of garden ornaments are dealt the unfortunate hand of becoming piss gnomes. I've half a mind to set up an awareness campaign or something. Sadly, I do not have the pleasure of knowing any of you. Thank you for the gold though. I can just imagine it. Okay, dare. I dare you to lick the piss gnome. The piss gnome? Don't worry, it's just a nickname. Dude, what the fuck? You said it was just a nickname. Yeah, the full name is Piss and Vomit Gnome. A friend of mine from high school was dared to eat some crappy leftover food that was found on the ground and covered in dirt. He ate it but also thought he would one-up everyone's dares and vomited it back up and ate it again. I haven't seen that guy in a while. I kind of miss him. Dare. I actually did this one. I got naked and hitchhiked in front of the house. Somebody actually stopped and I thought it would be funny if I got in and the guy just drove me a block or two, just to give my housemates a scare. He didn't stop. I ended up jumping out at a stoplight. Edit: for all you all asking, I am a dude. I really don't think the dude ever had any ill intent, he was a bit of a space case. Why would you get in the car with the sort of person who would pick up a naked hitchhiker? Because he's the sort of person that hitchhikes naked. Maybe the best thing was my friends were playing this in high school and I, being a nerd at the time, was sitting about 10 feet away playing StarCraft. They dared this one hot redhead to put my head under her shirt and rub her tits all over my face. She obliged. I had mental masturbatory material for the next 2 years. Edit: since I left out a very important detail. She had no bra under her sweatshirt. It was just her perfect C-cup boobies slapping my virgin face. Woohoo, my first gold and all because of StarCraft and boobies. Thank you, kind stranger. Other StarCraft player on your team. Why haven't you got a spawning pool up yet? Noob. Still no pool? You're just sitting there. Fuck. He is in my base, help me. Will lost, thanks you dick. Sure boy. Totally worth it. When I was stationed on Germany, US Army, we would play Truth or Dare all the time while drinking. Well, one night, about 3 bottles of tequila in, one of my friends gets asked the question and he says dare. The dare was to sneak into the neighboring barracks, the MP barracks, and put a plastic bag full of shit in the oven and put it on the lowest temp it would go. Oh, the oven on the 3rd floor. So, without blinking an eye, Buddy goes to the latrine, comes out with a Ziploc bag full of shit and heads off to the MP barracks. We had one person tail him to make sure he did it. They came back about 10 minutes later, cracking up laughing. Next round came and the original dare giver chose dare. He was dared to go knock on every door from the 3rd floor down at the MP barracks, butt naked. He went off to the barracks and stripped outside and climbed up the fire escape. He came running out the front door, hauling literal ass back to our barracks. He came in, still naked, and relayed the events. He got up to the 3rd floor and said the stench was overwhelming. He knocked on every door and went down to the 2nd floor where he came face to face with 2 females. He bolted past them, still knocking. They were less shocked by his nakedness than by the odor permeating the hallways. He made it out the front door while about 6 MPs were coming down the hallway after him. He managed to close the door and block it with a trash can to slow them down. That Monday, the MPs wanted info on the crime and came knocking at our barracks trying to ID the perp. Luckily, there were no blue falcons in our house, so they never found the phantom shitter. Edit. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. May the you never cross paths with the phantom shitter. Edit 2 golds. Thank you kindly. My top comment is now about a phantom shitter. I was dared to spend the rest of the game topless. Everyone made fun of my boobs. Frown. Plot twist. Op is man. Oh no. This episode has ended. If you want more askreddit posts like this, please leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next video.